Hey guys, it's Matt here with Dave Reynolds, and we're at the carousel here at Albert Park. Before we chat about Albert Park, let's reflect on what was quite I'd say a successful weekend at Newcastle.
It was a successful weekend from both ends.
It was.
Your first rookie race. You did really well. You should be proud of yourself.
I was pretty proud of myself, but I've got a question for you.
Oh dear.
You scored a pole on Sunday.
Yep,
and you were the first Ford Gen 3 driver to score a pole. How did that make you feel?
Makes you feel pretty good, yeah. Anytime you get pole, it's a good feeling. You know, you're fastest driver on the day, so it's always a good feeling, especially in the shootout and those sort of conditions. So, you know, shootouts are fundamentally so hard to do. You know, you qualify, but you sort of get a few runs at it, and the shootout, you literally get one lap, and you can't really warm your tyres up that well, so it's always a bit scrappy. But yeah, I think we did a really good job. I think our car build's been quite good, and you know, that reflected in our performance.
You are one of 10 drivers to achieve pole positions in 3 different generations of cars. How did that must be pretty special.
Well, it just means I've been around for a long time.
And that does mean you've been around for a while, yeah.
Well, I suppose I started at the end of the project Blueprint car, which I got my first pole in 2012. Then obviously we went to the Car of the Future the next year, and then now in the Gen 3. So I've been around for a long time. So, but it's a cool feeling, because I'm only one of 10 drivers, and there's probably only a few of us in the current championship that can get it. There'll be myself, Ben Gisbergen, Winterbottom, Will Davison. Who else? I can't really think about anyone else. That's all that's coming to my brain. But anyway, either way, it's a cool stat, and I'm proud of that. I've got a question for you, Matthew.
Okay, you've got a question for me.
First full-time race weekend for you. How'd you feel, and what did you enjoy the most?
It's pretty hard. It was a long 95 laps on Saturday.
It's long, isn't it? So long.
Like, you struggled, but I was struggling as well. I thought like 50 laps to go, I thought, there's no way I'm making it. I was on the radio.
Sorry, I was 50 laps as well to go, and I was like, oh no, it's way too long.
Honestly, it was probably just being there and sort of experiencing a first weekend racing full time was pretty special. I tried.
And it's the first time at that track as well.
Yeah, first time for me at that track, which was it was pretty challenging, to say the least. I think that's
it's not super tough, but it's just
it's not. I don't think it's as hard as it looks.
No.
But it's certainly, like, to get the perfect lap, it requires, commitment. So I just tried soaking up the atmosphere, and I had a enjoyable weekend. Just missed out on the top 10 on Sunday, and we got through it, no damage. So I was pretty stoked.
You had your rookie test day this week. Do you reckon that's going to help you into the Grand Prix? And how do you think you're going to
go? I think it will, because we tested out the bend yesterday, and I think the bend and obviously Albert Park are similar-ish flat tracks, pretty high speed. So it was a really good day yesterday. We did as many laps as we could, and I think the Gen 3 actually is pretty. It actually handles pretty well on an open track once you get to stretch its legs a little bit. But I think just having that experience, of sort of high speed, sort of no bumps, will definitely sort of help me at least this weekend. Speaking of AGP, it's around the corner next weekend, March 30th to April 2nd. What is your best memory from last year's event? My
best memory from last year's event would have been myself and Holdsworth on the podium.
Oh, that was
epic.
Cool,
That was epic race, because I started like 2nd or 3rd or something, and he started 15th. And to see him like behind me at the end of the race, I was like, did Holdsworth get a podium? No way. I was having a party in my car. It was so good. But yeah, anytime you race here, it's fantastic. He's got F1, the track layout's unreal, the scenery's great. I used to live across the road. You can probably see my building in the background there. I lived there for 18 years, so I know the area pretty well. So anytime I get to race here, it's almost like my home.
Yeah. No, that was certainly cool with Lee on the podium. I remember seeing the photos of that. It was pretty special. What's your favourite part of the track?
My favourite part of the track, Oh, good question. Actually, my worst part of the track used to be out the front of my house. I think it was like turn 7, 8, 9. But then they've sort of removed all that.
Yeah,
And now it's got this like ridiculously fast sweeper. Now that's my favourite part. So I went from the worst part to my favourite part.
Another question. The format for next weekend's a little bit different.
Yep.
With shorter races. How do you think that will affect the weekend and affect the racing?
Well, yeah, I think the shorter formats, I'm not a big fan of short format racing. I like long format racing, but it sort of puts the pressure on the drivers to make moves when they have to move. So, we might see a few more accidents or a few more, passes here and there, and it's got to be done within the first couple of laps, I reckon. Otherwise, when the tyres start to degrade a little bit, I don't see much happening after that. But yeah, so Thursday's going to be flat out. We've got two practice sessions. It's going to be very, very short, half an hour each, and then we've got 2 qualifying sessions and a race. So our Thursday's a very, very busy day. Friday, 1 race. Saturday, we've got 2 qualies and a race, and then Sunday we've got a race as well. So if you're going to come down and check us out, make sure you come on the Thursday, because that's when you're going to see most of supercar action. It's a hard track too.
Yeah,
you haven't been here, but when you think about it, it's very fast. It's a
And-
long lap. It's a minute 48 something second lap, which is it's a long time to think about. It's fun though. It's so cool when you cruise down pit lane, because our pit lane joins on F1 pit lane. So as you join the F1 pit lane, you're all staring at the F1 garages, looking in and stuff. And
Yeah.
you just feel like the biggest race fan.
Yeah, I haven't even been to an F1 race in my whole
Haven't you?
life. No, I have not. I haven't seen.
F1
I've seen
ever.
like an older F1 car going around, like a 2018, 19 one, but I haven't been to an actual F1 race weekend.
Did you
so-
miss the days when like the big V10s
Oh,
were here? That
I
was unbelievably
I completely
cool.
missed the boat on
So
those.
cool.
Yeah.
The sound was epic. When I
Yeah.
first moved to Melbourne, I lived out at Hawthorn, which is probably half an hour away, and you could hear them from there. Half an hour away.
Yeah,
It was crazy.
I've got one last question for you.
Go.
You are not far off from being a family of 4 now.
I know.
How is Tahan feeling? And how are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not far off. It's happening in a few weeks, so it actually could happen on this weekend, which is going to ruin my weekend.
Yeah.
But I hope I'm there for the birth, because it's one of the coolest things you could ever see in your life. But yeah, I'm a bit nervous,
Yeah.
because life is difficult with kids, and it's with 1 it's hard, and they say it's twice as much work with 2. So but luckily I've got my job to concentrate on, which keeps me on the straight and narrow, and I'm trying to make my life as simple as I can. We've got the Grand Prix coming up, which we're all very, very excited about. It's going to be an unbelievable event. They're expecting over 450,000 people here over the week. So yeah, please come down and see us, and if you do, make yourself known and come see Matt, because he loves talking to people and getting to know everyone, don't you, Matt?
I love talking to everyone.
Yeah. All right, thanks very much for listening to our stuff, and we'll see you soon.
So yeah.